And we are rolling. Erica, what's going on? How are you?
Hey, Aaron, good. How are you?
It didn't work out. We didn't get the audio, but we've got it now. So we're gonna just pretty much do the whole thing again. So Erica, obviously you completed my 12-week nutrition challenge,
I,
and you crushed it. Why don't you tell me
I,
a little about the whole experience for you with it all?
the whole experience was amazing. I've always struggled with my weight my entire life, up and down, trying to find the right mode of exercise that was going to, fuel the spark for wanting to lose weight. And once I found myself at All Day Physique, I found that I learned how to exercise and train the right way with the right people. So once you started the 12-week nutrition program, I figured I'd hop right on board because from what I hear, nutrition is 85% of it all. So I figured if I could utilize my knowledge of working out and work it with the nutrition, then it should be a win-win combo, and I would hopefully do really, really well. And I did. So it was great. It was a great experience for sure.
And when you did kind of, take this nutrition finally serious and you were prep everything and you were on a good plan, I mean, how fast did the results come?
Within the first week. That was my biggest loss. I believe it was like 4.8 pounds in that first week.
Perfect.
Um, it was a little tough transition, Xing out a lot of the artificial foods that were in my diet before, that were always just quick go-tos. Just what can I grab fast to take to work, not thinking about what I'm putting in my body, not thinking about I'm going to be working out in the afternoon. How do I properly fuel my body? It just took me learning that if you put in a little bit of effort with it, you're going to eat the right stuff and it's going to fuel you properly. And yeah, but once that transition was made, it was just easy. I actually looked forward to every Monday. What can I make? What's going to taste so good? Like stuff that you never thought would taste good tastes so good. So
So I wanted to ask you now. So obviously you said you cut out a lot of the artificial crap. With the meals you were making, I mean, were you enjoying the foods you were having? Did it taste good? Was it bland food? Like, tell me a little more about that.
no, like because you would give so many tips on what can be sugar free, like these barbecue sauces, these honey mustard sauces. Once you grab those, you could just put that on anything. I mean, with moderation, of course, but and just seasoning your food with the spices and herbs. It wasn't bland. There was nothing I ate that I was like, oh my God, this is disgusting. I kind of put my own spin on a lot of the recipes that you provided. And I found myself like excited to have a burger on like a salad and rice and lettuce rather than on a bun that's been processed and filled with nasty stuff that I didn't want to put in my body anymore. So,
So you still definitely enjoyed the foods that you were having throughout the
oh,
entire year.
100%.
Perfect, perfect. Now, tell us a little bit about, what everyone wants to know, the results that you accomplished yourself throughout the entire 12 weeks.
Over 20 pounds. I believe it was 20.7 pounds in those 12 weeks. 10.4 body fat percentage gone and never coming back. A
So
lot is gone, which felt incredible too. And honestly, the only thing I gained was a ton of knowledge, a ton, just a lot more guidance on the proper way to eat, the proper nutrition to be putting in my body, which I always felt like I always convinced myself I knew what I was doing, but clearly I never did because I'd be an up and down battle my whole life. And I finally, 45 years later, I get it. And it feels great. And I know that I'll be around for much longer because it's fueling my body properly for the workouts. I'm kicking ass in the workouts and I'm seeing the results from the workouts. So it's like a domino effect.
so you were 20 pounds, a little over 20 pounds down, a little over 10% body fat down. It's been obviously about a few months since the challenge. Where are your results at now after it all?
Probably another 10 pounds down. I'm still consistent with my meal prep for work with the work week. You told me to have at least one cheat meal. I found it kind of hard to do that in the beginning because it just didn't taste good to me.
Okay.
But I've started becoming a little bit more lax with that and giving myself a little bit of credit because I do work really hard and I have sometimes long days at work and sometimes grabbing something is just easier. So I feel like it's just going to keep coming off. I know it will because I'm just going to keep doing the right thing. Why not? Right.
Definitely more of a lifestyle for you now at this point. You're
150% of lifestyle.
so used to it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love it. The best thing I've ever done. Well, number one best thing I ever done was joining All Day Physique. Number two, learning
Love it, love it. Now, obviously, there's an accountability aspect to it as well. So we were checking in every single week.
every Sunday.
And every Sunday you sent me a picture of, the scale. And
Yeah.
I mean, you tell me that it was down.
Every week. It was never up at all, never plateaued, never went up, was consistent. I think it got lower, the weight got lower and lower towards the end of the challenge. But I think my body was like, it was happy with what it was getting. And I gained a lot of muscle too. So I turned that fat into muscle. So that was probably a huge reason why I wasn't seeing the big numbers towards the end. But also was being told that it's good to see the number come down, but that's not everything. And I think when I saw that body fat percentage come down, that was the biggest thing for me. 100. I've
Yeah.
never 20 body fat percentage. I've always been in the 30s, and it feels good to not see that term morbidly obese on your body, on your in body progress report.
Yep.
I want to be around for a while, so it definitely feels
So,
good.
Erica, I definitely want to go into the actual nutrition aspect a little bit more. So how long would you say it took you to like prep your food every week for you, the family?
1 to 2 hours, no
Perfect.
more.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, doing it seems so tedious when you start, but when you're done and you see your fridge filled with all this amazing food, you don't have to worry about it in the morning. I literally would grab my stuff, put it in my cooler bag. I'm gone for the day. And I'd come home and I'd have prep started for dinner, but just cook the dinner live for the family. And tweaked it a bit for myself so that they weren't they still had their processed stuff, which they like. But for me, it didn't bother me at all. I still have sweets in the house. I have a 17-year-old son. It's just a whole mindset change. It really is, and when you see the results come off, it's like, why do I want to go backwards? I don't want to go backwards anymore. I just want to keep going forwards. That's what I do.
At this point, you're so like, you're accustomed to it. It's the lifestyle. I mean,
100%. Yeah.
I think
It's what I say now. If I don't have a Monday, and I have not done it on a Monday since I've started the challenge.
that's been your prep day, is on the Mondays. Yep.
Yep. I go to the gym in the morning, do my food shopping, go home and do my prep. Did it today.
I think it's funny because that's like probably one of the main reasons why people don't prep food, because they think it's just going to take hours and it's so overwhelming, and it's like they didn't have time for it,
Yeah, no, it's not. And if you can find the shortcuts, like I get the rotisserie chicken already cooked. You just break it down, take time, break it down. Like there's your protein right there. You find the little tweaks along the way that help you get quicker at it. And then, I mean, today it took me like 35 minutes. So it's like, all right, boom, done, and it still tastes great. And I know it's going to be delicious. So, and I know I'm good for the next 5 days, which are my busiest days. So that's what's most important to me.
It helps when you have it with your busy schedule. So you can just grab it, go,
Yeah.
you're still safe. Right.
Yeah. I mean, before I would grab anything that had a wrapper on it. And now I'm like grabbing Tupperwares out of the fridge that are healthy food, healthy food. I know what's in it because I put it in it. And yeah, it's great. Yeah.
I think the other thing too is obviously the time aspect, Erica, but people also assume that healthy food is just so expensive and it costs so much. I mean, roughly for your own meal prep, what did it cost you a week at the grocery store?
No more than my normal grocery shopping. I was just buying the right stuff now. Like I'm not buying the packaged boxes. I'm not buying anything that's processed. I replaced all of that with the right stuff. So in my mind, my budget didn't go up at all. I was finally buying the right stuff, and it actually I feel like lasted longer than the processed stuff, because you can buy like a package of, 18 eggs instead of just 12, and you're going to use them. You know what I'm saying, right? So honestly, I feel like I devoted $40 to $50 a week for me personally, for my personal meal prep. And that was like an expensive week. So.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, you throw your son in there, your boyfriend you're cooking for too. I mean,
Yep.
still nothing crazy, right?
Yeah, and I was still buying some processed stuff for them just because I didn't want to, you know, tell myself I can't have Oreos anymore. So yeah,
They wouldn't be happy about that.
you can be happy about that. But they saw that too. They saw what I was doing every Monday, and they saw what I was putting in my body. And I think they both picked up on it, and gained a little knowledge themselves along the way. So if I can and I liked taking the pictures and putting it on the gram and putting it on Facebook, showing people what I was eating. And then when they would see my results and see my pictures or see my workouts, they saw, okay, hopefully she's doing something right, clearly. So
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
yeah, yeah.
So Erica, would you recommend, people trying out this online coaching, online nutrition program?
150%. Yeah. And if you did a challenge again, I would hop right on board with that.
You do it again. Well, don't intrigue me.
Well, you said you were going to do one.
I
So
did,
wait,
yeah.
maybe after the holidays when people need to lose the weight.
Definitely a big time where everyone hops on it. That's for sure.
Great. Yeah.
Well, Erica, it's a pleasure as always. I'm happy for your success, and thank you so much for just telling your testimony here today.
And thank you for always pushing me and believing in me. There's something to say about a coach and a trainer who sees something in their client and motivates them and pushes them. I mean, you literally you checked in every week with that weight, and I mean, I saw you 3 times a week at the gym, and you were holding me accountable to my nutrition, asking me what I was eating, seeing if you wanted to change something up. You were just so on top of it with me. It made me feel like I was really being cared for and guided in the right direction. So that's a huge part of it. And if they can get you to guide them, then they're in the money. They're going to win it all for themselves.
Thank you, Erica. I appreciate those kinds words so much.
You're welcome, Aaron.
You're the best.
You're the best. Have a good night.
Yes, you too.
All right. See you tomorrow.